Concrete doesn't sweat. It doesn't get tired. It just waits. For 50 years, the great stadiums of football were waiting for a tournament big enough to break them. In June 2026, it showed up. 48 teams, 104 matches, and no mercy at all. 5 records fell, some you'd expect. One of them, nobody saw coming. Start with the size of the thing. Every World Cup before this maxed out at 32 teams and 64 matches. 2026 tore that ceiling off. 48 teams, 104 matches, 3 countries, 1,248 players. It's the biggest, longest World Cup in history. And it isn't close, and the goals came in a flood. The all-time record for a single tournament is 171. With this many games, 2026 is on pace to bury that number. In the domed stadiums, where FIFA banned the plastic turf, crews grew real grass on top of it. A living lawn, balanced on a parking lot, mowed by very nervous men. But here's a first uncomfortable question. We got more football than ever. Did we get better football? Or just more of it? Now the one nobody saw coming. And it isn't a number. It's a building. The old Colossus in Mexico City. 7,000 feet up. It watched Pelé lift the trophy in 1970. It watched Maradona score with his hand in 1986 and said nothing to the referee. 2 World Cups, 2 finals, the hand of God. And it never even apologized. In 2026, it did something no stadium on Earth has ever done. It hosted a 3rd World Cup. First to host 3 tournaments, first to host 3 opening matches, 19 World Cup games before this summer even started, more than any ground in history. Other stadiums get demolished. This one just collects decades. 56 years of football, and it's still standing. So maybe the real record isn't who played there. It's that the place refuses to die. Not every record is one to celebrate. The Players' Union drew a hard line. 28 degrees and conditions turned dangerous. This summer, 2 matches kicked off in what analysts officially graded severe heat. Miami, Monterrey, 32 degrees and climbing. By some counts, 1 in every 4 games faces dangerous heat. There's even a 1 in 8 chance the final itself is played in it. And here's the science nobody mentions on the broadcast. Heat doesn't make players faster. It makes them slower. It shrinks how far they can run. So when the commentary screams, end to end, relentless, fearless, sometimes that's not bravery. That's a body with nothing left in 90-degree air. A record's a record. But whose record is this? The athletes? Or the thermometers? Which makes what happened next almost unfair. Because in that heat, in that marathon, one man rewrote the oldest individual record in the book. Lionel Messi. 5th World Cup. He scored twice on a Monday and passed Miroslav Klose. 18 goals. The most in World Cup history. Around him, the whole tournament caught fire. Goals everywhere. Records falling by the match day. These grounds were built for a slower, smaller game. The game outgrew the architecture. But be honest with me. Is Messi the greatest scorer who ever lived? Or did a 104-match tournament just hand him more chances than Klose ever got? When the contest gets bigger, do the records mean more or less? And all of it in front of the largest crowds the sport has ever counted. On a single Tuesday, 281,000 fans poured into 4 stadiums. One day, 4 games. A new single-day record, smashing the mark from 1994. On the final group day, every game in a group kicks off at the same minute. A rule we only invented because, back in 1982, 2 teams once quietly agreed to stop trying. 1994 drew 3.5 million across the whole tournament. 2026 is on pace to leave that in the dust. Although, funny thing, a few of those record crowds had thousands of empty seats. Turns out biggest ever and sold out aren't the same sentence. So is this the most loved World Cup in history? Or just the one with the biggest buildings? 5 records. The biggest tournament. The eternal stadium. The dangerous heat. The greatest goal scorer. The largest crowd. All of it before the knockouts even began. The cathedrals are still standing. Cracked, scorched, deafened, but standing. And now the hard part starts. If this is what they survived in the group stage, what's left of them by the final? Concrete doesn't sweat. But in 2026, it came close. Men savoir. Here is knowledge.